You're listening to The Burning Truth. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dude and dudettes. I'm one half the host of The Burning Truth, none other than Matt Burns, and with me, he's back, he's all better. It's none other than my co-host, John Ball.
I'm back. I no longer feel like a large vat of waste product, and I'm here. Which is good, because, hey, guess what? The wrestling world never stops. And we've got lots to talk about.
No kidding.
Sorry, you caught me at a difficult time here. I'm just ordering the drinks for the Burning Truth Christmas party. Although I think I mistyped on the website. Are you alright to go halves on quite a lot of the bubbly? Because I think I accidentally ordered 400 cases instead of 4.
Where from?
Well, like I said, it's not going to be Chris Jericho's catchphrase anymore. It's going to be an absolute shitload of the bubbly. Sorry about that. It's 46 for two bottles.
You're the reason. So you're possibly one of the reasons why there was a bit of an issue that they had on their supposedly website.
Yeah, they claim to have run out. I think it might have been me. Yeah, I think my cat came into the room and leant on the 0 key and added about a factor of 200 to the order, which I've now got to find the money for.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, joking aside, that isn't the case in regards to that is nothing but hearsay. Where we've not ordered any of the a little bit of the bubbly as such, but we do have some interesting news in regards to many different things. But before we get onto that, we're going to get onto the warning disclaimer right now, which is none other than that this show will actually have strong language that may be unsuitable for younger listeners, and some people and some listeners may find offensive.
I thought you were going to want me to do it. I'm quite glad you did it because I was eating a biscuit. But don't forget, the following show may also contain strobe lighting effects.
Every week. Even on the week he wasn't here, I even had to squeeze it in.
It's got to be done. It's like your pet hate, but it's kind of like, what's his name? RD from WrestleCrap's hatred of the phrase, "in this very ring." It gets said every week. It's got to be done.
In this very ring, me, you fight 1-on-1. It's gonna happen anyway. It's a wrestling match.
Yeah, as opposed to what? The other ring that you've got set up out the back that you do the practicing in, that hasn't got a camera anywhere near it, that you're just going to have the scrap off camera in that, are you? Okay, whatever.
That's much better.
Isn't it nice to have me back? The level of surreal has gone through the roof and seriousness through the floor. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I'm sorry. It's the only way I know how to be.
No, it's good for him to be back because we've actually got conflict. We've got general discussions. It's not just me just trying to spew out information and it coming across as, oh, this is just me, or just stating my facts.
I know exactly what you mean. The broadcasts do tend to get a bit long with both of us talking, but a conversation is always more entertaining than a monologue. No matter how much you might think you're like, yeah, this is fun and stuff. Yeah. You know, just one bloke talking can get a bit tedious. No offence to you.
None taken.
But you know what I mean.
I think I did not too bad. It was about 46 minutes somehow.
46 minutes. We'll have barely got warmed up at that stage today.
I think it was more likely. It's almost like I did that. It's like, I did 46 minutes. You come in, hold my beer.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, in that case, because of this preamble, and me accidentally ordering a shit ton of the bubbly, we need to get started because we've already wasted 5 minutes of me talking absolute nonsense, and we have got a shed load of stuff to cover. So,
Right.
Where do you want to start?
Right, let's just start off at some of the major topics, which is we've got WWE to discuss, some case in point. We've got to discuss some of the, what happened on NXT War Games, WWE Survivor Series. We want to discuss potentially the state of the SmackDown Women's Division. Yes, I know some people are going to be stating, why aren't we discussing the Raw? But at the moment, we feel as though the Raw side of the Women's Division is solidified and...
The thing is, it's a little bit one-sided, a little bit unbiased. Raw has a bit of depth. SmackDown, not so much at the moment, perhaps.
I'm also going to be getting a personal view from JB in regards to the Intercontinental Championship that debuted while he was off. Yeah. And
biting my tongue on that one until later, but trust me,
and then
I'll have the soapbox at the ready, so you guys might need your earmuffs at the ready if you're sensitive to strong opinions and language.
Then we're most likely going to be discussing the other belt that we've got to discuss about.
If you don't know what that is, brace yourselves, but we're not going to give you any more details until we talk about it in a bit, because otherwise we might froth with rage early, and, having that much rage for that long is not good for your heart. So we'll just keep that under wraps until a bit later.
I'm ready to take my blood pressure tablets in the next few minutes. Anyway, and then we've also got some good news for WWE. Lighter side to end the WWE information, which is there's some love in the air.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Yes,
especially around Twitter. But anyway,
I've got a sleeve I can vomit up. I mean, sorry, it's good news.
No, it's good news. But anyway, and we're going to possibly discuss the show NXT briefly about in regards to the main picture. And then we're going to have a little bit of AEW news in regards to a certain little bit of the bubbly. And we could discuss other stuff as much as such and go into more detail on other things. But we have
It kind of depends how much time gets away from us, because we've got all that to cover and a little bit of UK news as well.
Yeah.
So I think we should just get started.
Pretty much, shall we?
Shall we start with NXT TakeOver War Games 3?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. As in the fact, shall we just get down to the predictions? That we did?
Yeah, I wish I had a soundboard at this particular point so I could play the sound effect of one of those cheap party streamers going off.
Yay!
When you blow into it, it rolls out and makes a popping noise. One of them that I would be blowing in celebration right now.
I could put something on like that, but
don't bother.
We have integrity.
We try.
We try, at least, maybe.
Yeah. He says as he has to put down the dark chocolate hobnob that he was just about to eat mid-broadcast there, because he's realised that would be spectacularly unprofessional.
Not me. But anyway, we digress.
NXT TakeOver.
Much to the shock of the prediction results. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm the one that watches NXT, and yet I got my ass royally handed to me by Matt Burns on the TakeOver predictions. I think I went with my head over my... I think I went with my heart over my head on quite a lot of these, as opposed, in the sense, I chose who I wanted to win rather than who was likely to. But, oh well.
We originally only had 3 matches, but we managed to even get the squeeze in a fourth.
Oh yeah.
There was a pre-show match, which we couldn't even predict at all. But out of the 4 matches that we could predict, it was amazing that we actually even managed to get one of the matches involved in it. The only thing is, what would have actually have changed my mind is if I knew one of the extra match that we even managed to include in if we knew that there was going to be a stipulation. Otherwise, I would have changed my damn vote and had a clean sweep.
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Hey, listen, you got that wrong. I got pretty much everything else wrong.
Yeah.
So just let's bask in the glory of our
you actually got two
combined incompetence.
You actually had 2 right, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, you did. You had Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I think I only beat you by 1. I think. Because you went Team Baszler.
Yeah.
And Ciampa, and I went Ripley and Ciampa. Because if you remember, you made a comment of, in regards to War Games matches, 2 good guys winning both War Game matches.
I still remain to be convinced that Rhea Ripley is anything other than an ass-kicking machine. Is she really a good guy? I'm not sure. Right. But anyway.
We digress.
Yeah, I made that point. The point stands. I picked Finn Balor and Pete Dunne correctly, I think.
Yep. And I managed to...
The other 2.
No. I managed to get the other 2. The only one I got wrong was I expected Killian Dane to win.
I see.
Because I didn't know about it being a number 1 contender match for the NXT Championship for Survivor Series. Curse you, WWE.
I'll freely admit, neither did I, but, you know, I would definitely have picked Pete Dunne, underlined his name 3 times rather than once in that case, but there you go.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, we digress.
Yeah, so the results. You won the prediction. But let's go through the results. Pre-show match. Angel Garza defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott in a singles match.
Yeah, what are they doing with Angel Garza here?
I have no idea. Is he a cocky prick heel? Is he a good guy? Well, yeah, he's a cocky.
I believe they've now turned him heel.
Yeah, because I think he was originally supposed to be sort of in the middle, and they weren't sure, and they were going to see how it goes, but essentially, he's just... Well, he's...
No, but...
Nigel McGuinness' new fanboy crush, and he's very good at being a cocky arse, so they turned him heel, I think.
Yeah, but turned him heel against...
Well, they turned him heel when he had a match with Humberto Carrillo, in which Carrillo overwhelmingly got the face reaction.
Which was going to happen.
Yeah.
Against the Cruiserweight Champion?
Well, it was a good way to try and underline the fact that they're trying to paint Lio Rush as a face now.
Even though...
Somewhat misguided, in my opinion, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever side of the coin he falls on, Angel Garza defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott in a perfectly fantastic advert for NXT opener.
Yeah. And then we got straight into the first War Games match.
As if, to show they weren't messing around. Opening match on the card, Women's War Games. Yeah. First ever. And
let's get down to it. The winners of this match was Team Ripley defeating Team Baszler. And I have one... Right. I'll let you state your thoughts on it, and then I'll state mine.
Well, my main thoughts on it, I don't know if you want to give away the result or
I just
what, because... Oh, okay. No, I meant... Oh, we gave away the result, but I don't know if you want to give away the specifics yet, or if you want me to have a rant and then do it afterwards, because what I'm going to say might give away...
So we're both on the same level of ranting?
Yeah, I think the soapbox is going to get a thorough rinsing tonight from both of us, yeah.
Just continue, and I'll jump in.
For those of you who saw the match, you will know what I'm talking about. For those of you who didn't, Matt Burns might have to jump in and clear a few points up as I go. But basically, why? The whole point of the match is pretty much anything goes, and literally anything goes until everyone is in the cage, because the match doesn't even officially start until all 8 people are in the cage.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind...
Yep.
Having kicked the ever-loving crap out of Tegan Nox, Why was Dakota Kai removed from the arena? Why was she not
left.
allowed to go into the ring with a
No,
weapon,
She left.
kick the crap? Yeah, but no, William Regal came out onto the stage and basically said to her, "You leave." Why?
Because
Why was she not allowed to go into the ring, kick the ever-loving crap out of both of the people who were supposed to be on her team, possibly hit them with some weapons,
I
you know,
think
increase
it's
the level
possibly
of increase the
urgency.
level of jeopardy a little bit, and then leave. You
I think-
absolutely know they're trying to make her over as this massive heel, but if this had been Stone Cold Steve Austin, down to the ring, stunner on you, big double middle fingers up to everybody, leave the building. Why wasn't she allowed to do that?
Because if she got in the ring and left, she would have actually forfeited the match.
No, she wouldn't, because at that point Shayna Baszler was still in the cage, and so the War Games portion of the match, where leaving the cage forfeits the match for your team, hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
Hence why it would have made perfect sense to have her do an Austin. Literally, I'm here now. You eat my finisher. You eat my finisher. Middle fingers as I leave the building. Thank you and good night.
I think it was
Ultimate
just
badass
rushed.
in 2 finishing moves.
Right.
But they didn't let her do that for God knows what reason.
That's your personal. That's your personal view, right?
It is. Yours is different, but I sense equally spirited. So what's your take on it?
You're saying equally spirited. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Right. I'm fine with the whole turn of Dakota Kai on Tegan Nox.
The
Great.
reasons for it, yeah, they're actually sound.
Right. Now, taking into account, when I saw that, I never sweated so much in my entire life.
Avoiding all potentially ruinous lawsuit-inducing jokes here. Why,
Yeah.
Matt Burns?
The reason why is simply because the second I saw Dakota Kai do what she did on Tegan Nox, thought Tegan Nox is out, and hang on, is Regal descending into the back? Okay, so there's 2 against 4,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking to
All right.
myself, oh crap! It's like this is Baszler's time to shine. This is it. Now or never. She's going to win, and JB's got the advantage from the get-go.
I see. Well, I've got to be honest, at that point, after questioning why they didn't let Dakota Kai Austin it up, and then running through the back of my head, oh my God, has Tegan Nox injured herself again, legitimately? I really hope not. As
I
far
don't
as I'm
think
aware,
that's- I don't think
listeners,
it's
she
the
hasn't,
case.
so please don't jump to that conclusion. But you know what I mean? It ran through my mind because of her horrible history with horrible injury.
If I'm honest with you, it told a good story. Me personally.
Yeah. But after all of that, I sort of was like, well, yeah, I genuinely thought it's 4-on-2.
Yeah.
How are they going to spin this to anything other than a massacre, essentially?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Mia Yim and why she wasn't cleared to compete, but I also expected at some point.
Mia Yim was supposedly viciously attacked and replaced with Kai.
But there was a legitimate reason why she couldn't compete, and I don't know what that is.
It was due to the NXT previously.
Oh.
Where, in regards to the ladder match, that injury.
Still not cleared from that. Okay.
Nope.
That makes sense. But I
Not
did
cleared.
expect also, en route to the fight back that I expected to come and then be viciously wiped out, Mia Yim to appear midway through, beat her way into the cage,
No.
and then knock Seven Shades out of all of the heel team with said Singapore Cane, and then leave again, and not get the team disqualified on the grounds that she wasn't officially part of it.
Right,
But that didn't happen either.
No, that's your theory. I knew that wasn't going to be happening because of the whole Cleveland thing, and I actually looked it up, and it was like, oh dear, I picked the wrong horse.
Yes.
And
But
then
no, it turns
Rhea
out you
Ripley
didn't.
pins Shayna Baszler.
After hitting a riptide on 4 stacked steel chairs.
Right.
Ouch.
For me, yes, I'm one up. I'm up. I'm happy, or am I? The prediction.
Okay, I'm confused. Why would you not be? You got your prediction right.
The predictionist in me was happy.
Yes.
The wrestler and wrestling fan wasn't.
Okay. I think I know the answer to this, but for the benefit of people who aren't me and might be listening to us, why weren't you?
I wasn't happy because I understand coming over adversity. Rising
Overcoming
above
adversity, yes.
Yeah. Rising above everything. Being, going beyond, go beyond, do more. 2 faces against 4 credible heels. Need to say more?
I know exactly what you're saying. I was also of the opinion that
I've got
it might as well
worry.
have been 2 on 3, because in what we thought would be her time to shine on the big stage, what did they let Kaylee Ray do? Big pile of nothing.
Jump.
Such a waste of Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, and have you seen the meme about that?
I have not, because I am not 12 and therefore memes do not interest me. However, for the benefit of the broadcast, what was it?
It was on Twitter, one of your favourite places. The fact that, they actually put on... do you know the scene when you saw Rhea Ripley grab the bin?
Yep.
They put a quick hashtag Monday morning, and then when just before Kaylee Ray jumped, it said me, cracks for one. This is how Monday morning feels to me. Was the slogan.
I see. What, as in?
Monday morning hit them like a ton of bricks.
Ah, fair enough.
And that was it for Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, it was literally a waste of the NXT UK Women's Champion, to be honest.
It didn't do us any favours. So straight away, I was a little bit thought to myself, oh, Kaylee Ray's been knocked out. Right, okay. Bianca Belair is good. Shayna Baszler need to say more. Shirai? Do I need to say any more in regards to her? Top notch.
The genius of the sky? No, you don't.
No.
Top notch, first class. Probably one of the top 5 performers WWE's got right now.
Correct. Especially for heel turns. Now.
Yes.
They all got buried. In a way,
Yes.
in a sense. Which I feel hurt them.
I know exactly what you mean. It made the fact that none of Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, or Kaylee Ray could actually overcome Candice LeRae and get to Rhea Ripley. It didn't make them look strong. Let's put it that way. No offense intended to Candice LeRae, but there were 3 of them.
She is an amazing wrestler.
Absolutely. But the point being, 3 heels who are not afraid to cut corners, cheat, and use any dirty tactic imaginable can't overcome one face and stop a second face from pinning the company's champion.
Well, the NXT champion. Yeah.
Doesn't paint them in a good light at all.
Although I did predict that Rhea Ripley could pin Shayna Baszler.
I figured that would happen. Yeah. That's kind of why I went for Baszler's team to win, I think, because I thought that would be happening in the future, but that,
I thought
they'd save the confrontation for the next big show to really build it up. Because don't forget, Baszler is now in her second reign being champion for 420 days. Something ridiculous like that. Anyway. So I thought they'd basically tease a confrontation between the 2 of them, but save the champ getting pinned until at least the Royal Rumble takeover, thus leaving the match at WrestleMania weekend because, that's the occasion that such an obvious changing of the guard after such a long time deserves. But apparently not.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Let's not take anything away from the match. The ladies involved did everything they were told to as they could.
Top notch.
It went really, really well. It was a top-notch match, but yeah, just a few picky.
It's a picky thing. It may come across as a picky thing, but I felt as though it did hurt Baszler a little bit. But yeah. I can see the long run and the fact that they're putting it out as, Ripley has got Baszler's number.
Yes, which I completely love as a storyline because, let's be honest,
Baszler
they were getting to the point. They were getting to the point where there was no one left on the NXT women's roster who was even remotely in that league, and so Baszler was starting to come across as she's going to be the champion forever, or until she gets injured or bored, and so to reintroduce the concept of a genuine threat. It's a very refreshing change and should be applauded. So there you go. It's not all bad news.
Correct. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? Straight on to the triple threat to determine the number one contender for the NXT Championship at Survivor Series.
The match, which I had an inkling was going to happen, but had no idea about the stipulation of, pitting Pete Dunne against Damian Priest and Killian Dane.
And sadly, it's got to be counted.
It's got to be counted, even though I didn't know the stipulation. I called it.
We called it.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne defeating Damian Priest and Killian Dane. Now, I would have been more happy to have gotten a clean sweep on this, but I'm actually happy to be wrong on this match myself because of the stipulation. More so.
I see. Yeah, because of the added stipulation, which more on which later.
It upset me picking against Dunne.
I understand that. More on which later, but the winner of this match, Pete Dunne's match on Survivor Series, match of the night.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But anyway, back on, fantastic match. Loved how they all worked each other. Absolutely great work. Showed how great Pete Dunne, Damian Priest, and Killian Dane are all together. And showcased them all greatly.
And finally gave me a reason to actually care about Damian Priest. Because before that, I was singularly struggling to actually look past his 10th-rate generic gimmick and the fact that he's a big bloke with tattoos like so many other WWE guys these days. This match actually gave him a bit of character definition, a bit of depth, a little bit more of a reason for people in the NXT universe to give a shit about him. And frankly, that's a good thing.
It is. And that got taken away later, but we'll discuss that later.
Yes, it did. But hey, first it giveth, then WWE taketh away. But that is their way.
No. NXT giveth, WWE taketh away.
Indeed.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, but we'll get on to that and how a certain other NXT champion was treated incredibly shabbily at Survivor Series later on. But
Anyway, Finn Balor defeated Matt Riddle.
Yeah, the unstoppable Finn Balor. The one-man Bullet Club wrecking NXT as he sees fit. There was only one way this was ever going to go, and again, Matt Riddle gave him a damn good fight, but yeah, it was only ever going to go one way, wasn't it?
And a lot of people saying, but where's the demon? Where's the demon? Where's the demon? It ain't getting it.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that are misguided. Have you not seen everything Balor's done since his return to NXT? What does he need the demon for?
He is the prince.
Exactly. The Demon was a WWE pay-per-view special occasion for when he was facing someone from WWE's Land of the Giants tradition, and as just plain old 180-pound Finn Balor, in the eyes of most WWE fans, didn't stand a cat in hell's chance. Most of the guys in NXT are in Balor's weight range.
True, but at the same time, I actually think that this Balor could take on members of the...
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't say main roster because we can't say that anymore, but we'll get
He's
into that
the
later.
longest reigning NXT champion in history.
Yeah,
Perhaps
yes.
may not have been had Tommaso Ciampa not got injured and had to relinquish the title, but he did, and he did, so he is.
Yes. Moving on. Main event.
Hashtag Balor 2 time, coming soon.
Anyway,
Possibly more on that later, but yeah, for now, we'll get on to the main event, in which Daddy went to war.
What the hell, main event?
For those uninitiated, the main event was the men's War Games match pitting the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong, against Team Ciampa, Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, Kevin Owens, and Dominic Dijakovic. Hold on, record scratch, pause, go back. Did he just say what I think he just said?
I think he did.
Yes. Yes, I did say that. The surprise fourth member drafted in last minute to replace Matt Riddle, who in turn was replacing an injured Johnny Gargano, in Team Ciampa was Kevin freaking Owens. As if this match wasn't insane enough already.
Now, this to me added an extra level of an extra layer. Now, everyone's thinking, is Kevin Owens back in NXT? That was the question.
A question which
apologies for that.
NXT did absolutely nothing to get him remotely close to answering at all during the match, which made it even more fantastic.
Which was genius, because everyone's going, is he actually on NXT? Is he joining? Is he? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And it's like, but then they're watching, and Kevin Owens is beating the hell out of Undisputed Era.
Absolutely. Fantastic stuff. I loved the little element that they introduced beforehand that got everyone's minds working overtime, which I believe was a tweet from Ciampa shortly before the show, which said, "We put the feelers out. If they turn up, great. If they don't, never mind. We go on."
Yeah,
fantastic way to make the crowd be like, "Have they even got anyone? What's going to happen?"
What was so weird? We were predicting ourselves, if I'm not mistaken. I remember at one point thinking the Dream, then you changed your mind, and then I went for Seth.
Yeah.
And
I think I went
for... hell? I ended up predicting somebody actually from the damn show. The right show that they were on. Just the wrong person.
Yes. Well, I think I said that I would have liked it to have been Dave Mastiff, but it was probably... I looked solely within the realms of NXT, and I said I think it was going to be Isaiah Swerve Scott, which got shot down as soon as the pre-show came on, but...
Hi.
Nobody saw that coming.
Nobody. But it added
Disclaimer,
that extra layer.
If you did, can we borrow your crystal ball for the next show? Cheers.
And can we also have the lottery numbers for the next couple of months?
Euro Millions numbers from now until Easter, please. Every week. Yeah. Wow.
What the hell?
Can I just say, what a match.
Yeah.
What
match
a
of the night?
finish. Pete Dunne ran it close, but just match of the night. For that finish, I think.
Oh.
For that career-shortening finish.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that I wasn't sure about in the whole match...
Go on.
The Undisputed Era wearing all green.
That they were... Were they?
Yes, bottle green.
Yeah.
No, black and gold are their colours because that's the NXT colours, and they're the they're a sweep of all the champions. They shouldn't wear green.
I think they were probably saving that gear for the next night.
Yeah. No, to be fair, it worked because it was different. Nobody else in WWE wears green at the minute, but it's kind of like if I don't know.
Yep.
Kane came out wearing bottle green one day. It's just like, that's not your colour scheme. Go back to what we know now.
Kane, you're drunk. Go back.
Yeah, clearly. You've put your outfit in a boil wash with someone else's jumper, haven't you? But anyway,
he's been hanging around Hurricane too much.
Yes. But anyway, the point being,
yeah,
the Undisputed Era wore green. That's the only nit I can possibly pick with this entire match.
Okay.
Okay. By the sounds of that, you've clearly got one.
No. Nope.
No?
No,
Okay.
none whatsoever.
5-star classic match of the night. 4 matches was all they needed. What a bloody show.
And Panama Sunrise on the metal plate.
That conjoins the 2 rings equals... Ow. New neck, please. And I was only watching. Ow.
Exactly. But anyway, we digress. We need to push on.
We do. That covers TakeOver War Games. We'll get to the fallout from that on this week's NXT in a bit. But first, I think we need to move on precisely 24 hours later.
That we do. Straight on to Survivor Series.
Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Which I would like to point out, I think I tweeted after the end of the Men's War Games match a little thing on my tweet, which was hashtag follow that issues. Survivor Series.
I believe you're having a few issues, Dan. I believe what my colleague was trying to state is...
I'm still here. I'm still here.
I know you're still here, but there was some glitching issues. Let's bear with us a second.
Basically, the end of the tweet was... Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
There?
You're back.
The end of the tweet was hashtag follow that Survivor Series.
And guess what?
And bloody hell did they ever.
Woohoo!
Yes. I was expecting a lot from this show. Good Lord. Whatever expectations I had, the butler's still looking for them in the long weeds like that golf ball from the last time I played.
Yeah.
Gone. Blown away. Oh, wow.
100%. What was so interesting is we had so much of a change, and it was just fresh, amazing, and the matches that were on Survivor Series were, need I say more?
Were frankly magnificent. And in most cases, do you know what made them that way?
I wonder what made them that way.
One of the most popular crowd chants in the entire WWE universe at the moment. Three little golden black letters.
Yeah. N
X T.
Right. Anyway.
Right, we'll start with the pre-show because there were like 11 matches on this thing, I think. Or was it 10? I'm not sure, but either way. Because of that...
It's officially 10 matches, but anyway, we're going to be speeding up through this one.
3 of them were on the pre-show. Oh, by the way,
what?
You know how I'm the NXT guy and you won the NXT predictions?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the main roster guy, and didn't I win these predictions?
Yeah, you did.
Hashtag ask about face, but hey, that's the way it goes. Whatever.
Oh no,
I'm just
no. This is how bad it was, and I'll explain this. On NXT, I just barely scraped the win.
Like 2-1, 3-2 or something. Yeah, you were happy with that. Yeah, that's fine.
No comment on Survivor Series.
I think it was something like I don't know, like 6-3 or something ridiculous that.
It just went from bad to worse and just continued to get worse.
I think it was like that Premier League match recently where Southampton lost 9-0 to Leicester. After about 5, Matt Burns stopped counting.
I just gave up.
Yeah. Fair enough. With that in mind...
With that in mind...
We should go through the results, I think.
Pretty much.
The opening match in the pre-show was a 10-team... It's disappeared behind the thing on my screen. Hold on a minute.
10-team Interbrand Tag Team Battle Royale. We'll get to them straight away quickly.
I was going to say, in which one person of the team had to be eliminated in order for both of them to be out. Last team standing wins.
Correct.
And SmackDown won by virtue of Robert, don't call me Bobby, Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. Last eliminating the Street Profits.
I was just about to say, the Glorious Bumpers.
Yes.
Beat the Street Profits, who were now on Raw.
Yes.
Not NXT.
No. Boo.
But anyway, the point being is, I didn't look too much into this one. I didn't think much.
No one really. It was just to sort of fill a show to put a load of people who weren't otherwise on the show and give them a payday. It was what it was. It was a perfectly well executed match, but nothing more.
An interesting way to kick it off. But then we then followed it up with an interbrand triple threat match for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, which pitted Lio Rush versus Akira Tozawa and Kalisto.
Lio Rush, the defending champion from NXT, versus Akira Tozawa from Raw versus Kalisto from
SmackDown.
Really? Because I really thought he was from AEW Thunder. No, I'm kidding.
No. Could be soon.
Possibly.
Anyway, moving on. Lio Rush was
Thunder or was it Explosion? What's the AEW show called? That's the bugger. Right. Anyway, Lio Rush won to retain his NXT Cruiserweight Championship in a perfectly acceptable, entertaining Cruiserweight triple threat match.
Correct. I just feel as though the NXT Cruiserweight does need to have a bit... It's weird because I know it's no longer the WWE Cruiserweight Championship, and yes, it's on 205 Live. I feel as though it's not getting... It's getting extra time in the sense of 205 and NXT. I just feel as though, at the moment...
WWE seem constantly keen to grab all the cruiserweights and stop them being cruiserweights and put them on other brands, and it seems silly. They should concentrate on keeping it.
It doesn't feel as though, at the moment, Lio Rush is a great wrestler. No doubt about it.
But it does kind of feel as though he's the champion because there's no one else left.
It sort of feels like that, but at the same time, it just feels as though, you've been dropped down to NXT because you couldn't do your job on Raw. Yeah,
there's no escaping that, but I'm sure because he's got a championship, he won't mind.
True, but at the same time, it's like he's only on NXT, being now labelled as NXT because he's the champ. Because technically, if I'm not mistaken, he was only on 205 Live as part of Raw originally.
I believe so. Yes.
So how did he get transferred over to NXT? When did that happen? Oh wait, I wonder if WWE thought that we forgot about it.
That they had a draft like 3 weeks ago.
And didn't mention it.
Yes.
Because, he wasn't part of the supplementary draft.
No. Oh well. Anyway, so that sets the score to 1-1 between SmackDown and NXT.
Yeah.
Can you tell where this is going yet? The third match in the pre-show. The Viking Raiders, who are called Rowan Hansen, despite whatever stupid names WWE has come up for them. I'm sorry, but they just are.
Eric and Ivar, just for the WWE's sake, and
Eric Hansen and Ivar Rowe. There you go. Anyway, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions, and they won for Raw, defeating the New Day, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and the Undisputed Era, Rilo Kiley and Bobby Bish, the NXT Tag Team Champions.
And right, New Day, Big E, and Kofi Kingston. Right.
Yes. The Viking Raiders won for Raw, continuing their steamrollering of anyone and everyone in their path, and conveniently ending the pre-show. Raw, SmackDown, and NXT one apiece in terms of wins.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm about to have a rant now.
Yeah. What about the first match on the actual show?
Nope.
About the tag team match?
Yeah.
I have the distinct feeling I'm going to 100% agree with you about this rant, but okay, go on. Take a deep breath and take it away.
Right. I have no issues with the Viking Raiders winning. Fine. I thought New Day were going to win. You didn't. No, fine. And you thought Undisputed Era. I'll be honest with you. I went with the New Day because I thought to myself, they're going to just give it again because they seem to be undefeated, unbeatable, and yet they somehow managed to get into this match weeks before it was actually meant to be occurring.
Yes.
And I went for them because I thought to myself, WWE are going to give him a monumentous push because they're feeling sorry for Kofi.
Because he was royally shafted, yes.
Yes. So that's why I picked him. The reason why I'm annoyed is because, and this is, I know everyone's going to say, but you picked them to win. I'm annoyed the fact that the New Day were actually in the damn match because I felt as though it would have been a much, much better match to have the top guys.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Why?
But
why do that? Why advertise it originally as, Viking Raiders, top guys? I'm not. You know who I mean by when I say top guys. Against Undisputed Era.
Hashtag FTR.
Yeah, the revival. What the hell?
No flips, just fists. The best tag team in the world today.
And then when they did that, they had the revival face off Undisputed on NXT.
Yeah.
And jobbed them out. And it's like, they're the former SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
They're the first Tag Team Triple Crown winners.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, it was a little bit pointless, I've got to agree. But, no.
Oh, sorry. Is this because their contract is due up?
Way to make them want to stay, guys.
Yay.
Coming soon, the first ever Quadruple Crown winners and second ever AEW Tag Team Champions.
Who knows? But anyway.
What's another word for revival that AEW can use without infringing on copyright? The throwbacks? The rebirths? The throwbacks?
The throwbacks, They'll
probably just call them old school and have done with it. But anyway, we digress. For everything that was wrong with this match,
why do I get the feeling that they just go for no flips in fists as the tag team?
Because WWE probably have it copyrighted.
Or they'll rebrand it. But then again, AEW have been sort of taking WWE branded copyrighted names, haven't they, lately? But we'll discuss that one later.
We'll get to that later, but yes. Anyway, so the participants of the match aside, the match itself was absolutely fine. Viking Raiders won, which set it up as 1-1-1 in the battle for brand supremacy, leading in, to the first match of the show proper, which was a 5-on-5-on-5-on-5-on-5-on-5, stop me, I'm getting dizzy, Survivor Series style elimination match.
Right, I'll rephrase it for him. It was 5-on-5 on 5 on. What the hell? No, but let's get back. Anyway, it's 5-on-5 on 5 Women's Survivor Series triple threat elimination match. There we go.
Mouthful, yes.
Yeah.
So,
and we've got to do that again a bit later.
Later, yeah.
Which was Team NXT: Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, and Toni Storm against Team Raw, Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Sarah Logan.
And
Versus Team SmackDown, Sasha Banks, Kamala, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross.
don't worry, I'll read out the men's one so you can have a breather.
I've got no worry. I'll jump on it if I'm needed.
That's fine. But yeah,
I'm used to long rants.
What can I say? Much like it was for Kaylee Ray on TakeOver,
Yep.
this match was a waste of about half the people involved.
Yep.
Particularly, I'm thinking Nikki Cross, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Toni Storm.
Mm-hmm.
But there probably were others. You know,
No,
all
Tony
getting
did
slightly
not too
lost
bad.
in the shuffle.
Tony did not too bad.
She did. The only issue that I really had with this match was,
Yeah.
in Survivor Series pasts, the men have all worn T-shirts with the brand they represent on,
Yeah.
or at the very least, all worn blue and or red gear.
Yeah.
Could the women not have all worn blue, red, and yellow gear or T-shirts so that we could tell who was on which team at a glance? Would that have killed them?
It didn't hurt me because I knew which one was which, but then again, we should know.
No, the thing is, we are like up to our eyeballs in wrestling history, and we know everything, and we're probably far too much of a bunch of smart farts for our own good.
Wait.
But the casual fan, who maybe isn't as knowledgeable as us,
Wait. Let me just stop you there. I believe JB just states that we know everything. No, we don't.
no. By everything, I simply mean we are the kind of people who, despite the fact that both of them wore black and lime green gear and are Japanese, we only need to look for 1 second to be able to tell Asuka and Kairi Sane apart. The casual fan may not have been so lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So colour coordinated gear according to their brand. It was sort of half done. Half of them did it, but the other half didn't, and they should have made more of an effort. Is what I'm saying.
You mean basically what happened in the main event?
Yes.
Anyway, let's continue on.
Yes.
Right. Personally,
But yeah.
I was okay with this result. I was fine. I expected. I believe was this. No, this one I agreed upon.
Yeah. Wardrobe gripes aside, I thought it was a fantastic match. Except for there is a slight soapbox in the room.
Go on.
Hang on. What's this? What's this? Who was it? Io Shirai and Candice LeRae, wasn't it? No, or was it Io Shirai and Toni Storm? Hang on. Did I miss it? Why are they being ushered to the back? Oh, hang on. Rhea Ripley's at a two-person disadvantage.
No.
Where have I seen this before?
It was Io Shirai and Candice LeRae.
Yeah. Oh, look, Rhea Ripley's team is at a two-person disadvantage again. Where have I seen this before in the long and storied history of wrestling? Oh yeah, about 20 hours ago. Yeah, not the best thing they could have done from a storyline.
But they made up for it.
Oh, did they ever?
They made up for it because because later on, what was so interesting is it looked like they were down, and then just as it was starting to go down further and further, like it was potentially, Rhea Ripley versus, I believe,
versus. I think at that point it was
Sasha Banks and Charlotte.
Sasha Banks and
Or Carrie or Asuka? No. It was Sarah Logan. Who was it for Raw?
I can't remember who the last person for Raw was. I think it was Asuka, but I might be wrong.
No, possibly. But anyway, the point being is, it was a nice little surprise to have Candice LeRae and Io Shirai come back.
And, well, it was a nice little surprise to have them come back and potentially turn the tables, except that Rhea Ripley just ripped through everyone by herself, and they didn't need to have bothered.
Well, no. They came back, got pinned, and Rhea Ripley was on her own.
Yes. Well, I've got to be honest.
It was Natalya.
Oh, of course it was.
I know exactly why I remember now, because the double
women's
switch.
Wrestling embodiment of vacant.
Anyway,
Oh, was Natalia in this match? Oh, was she? Oh, I totally forgot she was there.
no, it was fine. But anyway, she did not too bad on the show, I thought. But she had a good showing. Personally, I just felt as though having Natalia get fooled by Sasha Banks was a bit stupid, because really,
I liked the fact that the last three weren't, as it could have been very tempting for it to be, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks, just because they're the names,
It was
that
interesting
they did well
to see
in that
how
front.
Charlotte Flair got eliminated as well.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Remind me?
Missed.
Oh, yeah. By her own team.
Yeah. Which I think got Asuka removed.
No, I don't think Asuka got removed. I think she just was too busy. If I remember correctly, she was too busy going, haha, look, your eyes are green and you cannot see, and somebody hit their finisher on her and pinned her. I could be wrong on that.
Let's continue. Anyway, point being is, Rhea Ripley came out strong and looked great. So Team NXT up 1. So it's now 2-1-1.
Yes. In official WWE speak, or 1-0 to NXT if you discount the pre-show, which ended level. So you could quite easily have.
Yeah. Then we
next match.
Triple threat, or champions triple threat, which pitted the
second
NXT
tier
Northern
champions match. Yeah.
NXT North American champion Roderick Strong versus Raw's United States champion AJ Styles versus Intercontinental champion Shinsuke Nakamura, representing
SmackDown and accompanied by Sami Zayn.
Yes, right.
This match was basically a showcase for why, when he comes up to the main roster, Roderick Strong deserves to be mentioned in the same breath.
So you keep saying main roster. NXT is a main roster.
Oh, sorry. When he goes down from the A brand to one of the lesser two, yeah. Roderick Strong deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as the multi-time world champion AJ Styles and the multi-time world champion in Japan, bear with me, Shinsuke Nakamura, as a genuine top-line guy. And, well, if anyone doesn't believe it after that match, what match were you watching?
This was an indie darling match. Great idea. Great match, back and forth. Right. Roderick Strong came out strong because he defeated AJ Styles. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, NXT's up by 3.
To one. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
NXT's up by 4 because, oh wait, hang on, no, the next match doesn't count because it's an all NXT match.
Let me go back to the Champions Triple Threat match. Right. Yep. I'm fine with the results.
Yeah.
The issue I have with this match is the commentary team.
More concerned with what Sami Zayn was doing on the outside and what was going on in the ring?
No, the commentary team.
Hang on. Who was the commentary team for this particular match? Because whoever was calling the match, they had a pool of about 10 commentators and it changed pretty much for every match. So remind me who they exactly were for this one.
It's more or less the Raw representation I have the issue with. Which would be the King.
Jerry Lawler?
Yeah. Fine, I understand. You're meant to be representing supposed loyalty.
Yeah.
And on Raw, is he the villain? The colour on Raw, would you say?
I haven't watched Raw since he's been back on it, so I couldn't tell you.
Right.
But no, I thought the villainous guy on Raw was supposed to be Corey Graves.
No, he's on SmackDown.
See, since they did the brand split, I don't know what's going on. But anyway,
But anyway, King
Not the
came
brand
across.
split, sorry, the
King
draft.
came
You know what I meant.
across as almost as if he was targeting Strong in regards to him being grown up from trailer parks and taking massive shots at him, saying, "I've got one question for Roderick Strong: is it a double wide?"
Shades of about 20 years ago when he buried ECW, and I mean the original ECW, not the.
I have no issue with the fact that he's being a villain, but he should be portraying that all the time. This came out very targeted.
Namely, that he was trying to do Roderick Strong down, and it looked a bit obvious. Yeah, and it was a bit awkward, to be honest.
And the fact that he was picking ISIS. However, I've got to give props to one person on the WWE roster for picking up on it.
Which person was that?
He's got kids!
Rhino? Damn, no, the other half of that tag team. The other half of the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The one-man band.
Heath Slater literally jumps onto it saying, "I'm still in the trailer park! And I got
Nothing
kids!"
wrong with trailer parks.
Exactly. The point being is, it was quite funny that he jumped onto that, but King came across as
a bit desperate. Yeah.
A bit spoiled, if anything. Now,
well, yes. I understand that from the perspective that Vince McMahon will probably see it, which is, he's a king. He's going to look down on trailer parks. He lives in a palace. He's the king, for God's sake. But, God, talk about simplistic 1980s worldview. It just doesn't work anymore.
No, the problem is, it came across in that order. It came across, it just seemed like King's would have been humanised. We know Jerry King Lawler. We know who he is. It just came out of unnecessariness.
Yes.
But anyway, moving on, shall we?
Did we mention Roderick Strong won? Yes, I think we did.
Yes, we did. Adam Cole.
Moving on. The following match is an all NXT affair, so didn't count towards the totals. It was Adam Cole defending his NXT championship against Pete Dunne, who won the right for this match the previous night on War Games.
Both of them very beat up. The result was Adam Cole defeating Pete Dunne. I'm not taking anything away from Pete Dunne or Adam Cole at all. But let me just state this. Match of the night.
Match of the year?
Match of the weekend.
Well, of the weekend, definitely. Ooh, I don't know. Men's War Games ran it close, but
I've got to push you.
Literally, it was the perfect showcase for NXT.
Yep.
And it was everything that, if you haven't already discovered the black and gold brand, the A brand, where have you been watching the minor leagues for the last 7 years? But after that match, how could you possibly... You can't ignore it anymore. Go on.
You know what's so good about this one? That you got Michael Cole from SmackDown praising both Adam Cole and Pete Dunne for the match that he watched.
Absolutely. Can't get higher praise than that.
And he is the SmackDown commentator. He should be against him on this event.
On this particular event, he should be kayfabing it up to the max and being like, "No, they're just NXT guys."
It wasn't.
Genuinely, he had just stated the facts. He said it was a great match between two guys who've literally got rockets strapped under them, and they're going all the way.
Pretty much, and even complimented on them the fact that they went through hell the previous night,
and they were still there, taped up and all, and they still kicked seven shades out of each other.
No kidding.
Yeah,
right.
Heck of a match. And then from one kind of match to the next one on our list,
which is a SmackDown only match.
A SmackDown only match, the singles match for the WWE Universal Championship.
Yeah.
Boy, have we got a soapbox about that later. Spoiler. Or teaser, perhaps, is a better word. But anyway, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, faced Daniel Bryan.
What a way to have Daniel Bryan to reconnect I thought
Yes.
the promo building up to it before it, with Miz stating he wants Bryan to kick to end the Fiend. He's got, I have got children of my own,
Yeah.
and it was just it. It showed Miz in a very positive light in the fact that he was almost begging Bryan to put an end to Wyatt.
Yes. And then, of course, what we both predicted should happen for the entirety of the Fiend's run with the title, which may go on for a while, happened.
It was
Daniel Bryan
interesting.
threw everything at him, but it just wasn't enough.
I like the finish.
I really like the finish as well.
Catching him in midair.
Yeah. And at 10 minutes, it didn't outstay its welcome either. It was
No.
the exact right length.
The only thing I don't like is that bloody red light.
No, I hate it. I believe you joked about it, or it might have been someone I talked to on the internet. A friend of mine who sent me a message on Twitter before, but he's on
Why is it
SmackDown
in
now.
blue?
The light should be blue.
Nope, they're not doing that.
But anyway, it was everything it needed to be. It made Daniel Bryan look great in his attempt to beat the
Reconnect.
unbeatable.
And
He-
reconnect with the
Yeah.
yes movement.
He didn't look bad in losing because, frankly, the Fiend is being portrayed as unbeatable, so it was no
Yep.
surprise really. But he didn't. Yeah, it did Daniel Bryan no harm to lose. It
Yeah.
portrayed the Fiend as another notch towards, wow, who can stop this monster? Kind of,
Yeah.
It worked on every level.
It did. And great match.
And it also provided a nice breather before the next match,
Yes. Which was
the 5-on-5-on-5 men's Survivor Series Triple Threat Elimination match.
with pitted Team SmackDown, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, King Corbin, Mustafa Ali, and Shorty
Chad
G.
Gable.
That hurt. Yeah, Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Chad Gable.
Against Team Raw, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Ricochet.
Ricochet versus
And-
Team NXT, Tommaso Ciampa,
Damian Priest,
Matt Riddle,
Keith Lee,
and NXT UK champion Walter. Walter.
Which was great to see him. The pop was amazing. The crowd got just about halfway through their first "Walter's gonna kill you" chant when he was eliminated. But never mind. It was the thought that counts.
Do you know? I thought they missed a beat there.
Absolutely.
Do you know why they missed a beat?
Why?
He
mean,
was
besides the
hurting
obvious.
Braun Strowman.
Yes.
He was kicking the crap out of Braun Strowman.
He absolutely was. And that is a feud to come.
Yeah, that'd be a
Future,
match.
Definitely. That's a big match. But Walter's gonna... Oh, he's gone.
Oh wait, but at the same
Aw.
time, another matchup I'm interested in seeing is Walter versus Drew McIntyre.
That will also be a bowling shoe ugly slobber knocker.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jim Ross. It'll also be a hell of a match, quite clearly.
I like how you fitted that in.
Yeah. Do you know another match I really, really, really want to see? I don't recall if they had a massive amount of interaction in this match,
Go on.
but I really, 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 really want to see Keith Lee against Ricochet.
Oh, bask in his glory.
Indeed.
Oh, don't you forget about Keith.
Forget about Lee, surely. That would rhyme better.
Okay.
But whatever. Yeah. But also,
Yeah.
anyone else? Absolutely. Just basically seeing about 1,000 dream matches in this match.
Yeah.
Epic, epic battle.
Yeah.
And I like the little interlude a little bit in, which I think was Ricochet, Mustafa Ali, and Chad Gable nearly did it. nearly. Sort of going, yeah, we're not 6'9" and 300 pounds, but we belong here too.
Yeah,
Having their little moment
pretty
in
much.
amongst the giants.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt as though Walter could have done better, but it's fine with it. Damien Priest didn't do much at all.
Damien Priest, again, after all of the effort the night before to make everyone care about him, added absolutely nothing to it that tonight. But
he posed, he touched Randy Orton and got RKO'd for his troubles.
yes, but there you go. And contrary to what was said in the pre-match promo, Kevin Owens' focus was Raw. He did not turn and join Team NXT.
Or was it? Because at one point he could have splashed a member of, I believe Tommaso Ciampa or Chad Gable. And he chose Chad Gable.
True. But then Team Raw choosing a team. Yeah, he chose a Team SmackDown guy, not a Team NXT guy. He still chose one of the opposition. So
and then Tommaso Ciampa decided to make sure he remembers. Yeah, you are Team Raw. Boom, knocking him out.
Absolutely.
And because if I'm not mistaken, you got Keith Lee and Matt Riddle going, "Hey, what the hell's going on? Is he with us? What's going on?"
Yeah, exactly. The only possible grievance I have with this match is the finish.
No.
Would it have killed you on a night where you're putting everyone from NXT over to fucking let Keith Lee win? Seriously, Roman doesn't need it. No. Roman does not need
I'm
it.
fine with this.
SmackDown don't need it. The whole point is NXT are wiping the floor with everyone.
The reason why
Keith Lee wins, bask in his glory. Everyone is better off.
Do you know why they didn't do that?
Why?
Because of last year.
Please remind me, and indeed anyone listening who doesn't remember last year offhand.
When Raw dominated the entire Survivor Series over SmackDown, bar the pre-show, it actually had a plummet in ratings.
What did?
WWE had a massive plummet in ratings.
Okay.
It did. They didn't want it repeating again. And I think it didn't hurt Keith Lee losing to Roman Reigns. If anything, it actually benefited Keith Lee because the match that them pair had against each other was absolutely amazing. And then
paves the way for a future match between the two of them.
Yeah, and at the same time, you got Roman Reigns giving Keith Lee props for the damn match. It was like, technically, Roman Reigns could have had it as him and Corbin against Keith Lee.
Yeah.
And taking into account Keith Lee had already had a good showing, eliminating Seth Rollins.
Yeah, which was epic. But, yeah, I just thought that they sort of made the it's the Roman Reigns show element of the match.
It did, but at the same time, I feel as though Roman Reigns needs to have a bit of a big win because, yes, he has been taking a bit of a kicking lately. And he has.
Yeah, but he basically...
And it's to make up possibly for the whole dog segment that happened with King Corbin.
Which I have heard about, and let's not mention anymore.
Yeah, let's not mention. That's probably the reason why they needed to give Roman Reigns the win. And it's fine. So then it ended up being Raw 1, SmackDown 2, NXT.
At this point, 4.
3.
Sorry, I keep counting the Adam Cole match, even though that was an all NXT match. Sorry. Yeah. The next match was an all Raw affair.
Yeah.
For the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
Pitting Brock Lesnar against Ray. You're like pushing 50. What's your blood pressure? No. Really, really peed off Rey Mysterio.
Which is fine. I had no issue with that.
No, I was just messing. I had no issue with it. It was built perfectly.
Yeah. It created a magical moment.
Yep. The match did everything it was supposed to. It was short, it was sharp, it was to the point. It created one of those Santino moments where you were like, holy crap, he's actually going to do it.
And you got Rey Mysterio's
reality
lad
kicked in. But not before everyone had been like, oh, wow, that so nearly happened. That was so, yeah, and it's good to see the training's paying off.
Yeah, 619, the frog splash was perfect. And it just felt... for me personally, I thought... I understand that Brock Lesnar is meant to be built like a wrecking machine and that Mysterio would not be able to win at all by himself. But when you see that magical moment, they could have actually have given Mysterio a bit of a chance.
They did. That was it. But then
it was, but what
he went to consolidate it and try and win again, and reality kicked in the form of an F5.
No, but what I mean is the fact that it was fine in the sense of, yes, he got his lad in and helping him out. I mean, in the sense of Ray, they should have had Ray not pinning straight away from being possibly worked on, brutalised. Or potentially, which that wasn't the case because you're still fresh.
No, I actually think the whole thing was executed perfectly.
For me, it just undersold Mysterio and his lad straight away. 2 against 1 against Lesnar, and they just go, no, Lesnar destroy.
Yeah, no, I think it actually was sold perfectly because it was a perfect amount of, holy crap, he might actually do this. And then, for me at least, exactly the right moment, Lesnar came along, just stuck a pin in the balloon and went, not happening, bitches, and just wiped Ray out. It was absolutely perfect.
It's not that. I just want that belt off Lesnar.
Yeah, don't we all? But for what it was,
I
thought
the belt off Lesnar.
Also, I have one question.
I'm getting tired of this rant.
I don't care what colour the strap is for the leather. He needs to either come back full time or get out of the title picture.
Correct. Well, what makes it even more damaging is the fact that he did this to the damn well WWE Universal Championship match. He is now going to do it to the WWE one.
Yeah, basically, we know.
Because let me just state this: after this event, when are we seeing Lesnar again? Oh, not at TLC. We'll most likely see him next at the damn Royal Rumble if he can be bothered to show up. If
we'll see. Anyway, all grumbling about the old part-timer aside, yeah, that match had everything for me. It was perfect. It did everything it needed to, and it was the perfect segue into the main event, which was a Champions Triple Threat match.
Yeah,
pitting NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler against the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley.
Yeah.
I have several gripes with this match. Who won is not one of them.
It makes it even worse.
What?
You're not the only one who's got the gripe.
Oh, I can totally believe, and I have a feeling they may be the same one. I'm not sure, but essentially...
Wait. It's not only us who's got the gripe with this match.
Oh, okay. Why did WWE Universe agreeing with us, are they?
Vince McMahon was upset with this match.
Ooh, I wonder if it was for the same reasons, because I will feel unduly smug if it was. Let's see. First of all, the bare facts. Shayna Baszler retained...
Yeah.
Won the match and also retained the NXT Women's Championship.
Submission on Bayley.
Yes.
Right.
Cue my soapbox.
Go on.
Why did they make Bayley look like a first-rate jobber? Seriously, what has that woman got to do to get a break and actually be presented as the talent she is?
Because they're setting up Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch on Raw at some point for the future.
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, but why can't Bayley be the one who, after, 15 minutes of the match in which she's given as good as she's got and got near falls on both other women and kicked ass as much as she's had her ass kicked, then just be in the wrong place at the wrong time and not be able to get to Becky Lynch to break it up before she taps out? Why did she have to literally be the one that both the other two women kicked the crap out of pretty much constantly with no comeback? What benefit did it have apart from to make Bayley look shit?
Probably because probably for the same reason why whoever came up with Bayley's new costume design didn't think it damn well through when she's wearing the WWE Women's Championship belt ever again.
Hang on, why?
Oh, do you not know about this?
No.
Do you right? Let me just say this: before she turned, didn't Bayley used to wear the championship belts around the waist?
Yes.
Have you noticed that she isn't anymore?
To be honest, no, I hadn't. But how does she carry it now?
Over her shoulders. She never puts it around her waist ever.
And why is that?
Look at the letters in the middle in the outfit. What letters do you see in the centre?
Hang on, of Bayley's outfit?
Yeah. Middle letters, should I say. Have you just figured it out?
Can you hear that? That's the penny just dropping, folks.
Yeah.
Morons!
Wow. Yeah, you just figured that out now, haven't you?
Yes, I'd never noticed before, and to be honest, if you hadn't said, I'd probably have been one of the oblivious majority that never did until it was pointed out to me. But what has been seen cannot be unseen.
In case anybody is still wondering or hasn't, if you know, you know. If you don't, oh dear.
If you take Bayley's gear, which has her name written out in 2 rows of 3 letters.
Yeah, Bayley.
What are the middle letters of each of those rows, and what's the main letter that forms 88% of the centre plate of the WWE Women's Championship?
Oh, wait. The first letter would be A.
I'll give folks a clue. It's not TNA.
No, it's not. The first letter
not
of the first row is A in the middle. Second row would be E, and the belt is most comprised of a W. Oh, dear.
Today's show is brought to you by our main competitors.
Oops.
The letter A, E, and the number W. Hang on, what? Shit, no. Record scratch. Rewind that.
Yeah, it basically spells it EW. That's why she doesn't wear the main championship belt anymore around her waist.
Well, I've got a cure for that, really, to be honest.
Go on.
She needs to start taking the Bray Wyatt approach.
Oh,
revive from Bubba Ray Dudley. Wear it like a dog collar.
No, she's pretty much.
Because then the bottom panel of the belt will cover her name on her chest, and so all you'll see is the W's, and everyone wins. And
to make it even worse, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that the A in the E is almost in this exact same font as AEW's damn logo font.
Do you think that someone in senior WWE management went, hey, listen, I know what we can do. Here's a great practical joke. Let's see if Vince notices.
Oh,
and then shit themselves when he did and went through the roof at it.
It pretty much got picked up because ever since she started wearing that gear, it's never, ever occurred. She's never worn the belt around her waist since.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Can I recommend a little issue for Bayley for future reference?
Yep.
Take a leaf out of Rey Mysterio's book. Get your name written down the leg seam of your tights instead. You're supposed to... Oh, I understand why you're doing it. It's there. It's because you used to be a wholesome, family-friendly person. But now you're not. You apparently want everyone to look at your boobs the whole time, which is where your name's written. I don't know. But anyway, get it written down the leg seam of your tights instead.
Whoa. I don't agree with you on that one. I think the whole look is great.
No, I'm joking. It's just because that's where her name's written. I'm just messing. I think the look is great, but the logo is a bit silly and, well, yeah.
It's just poorly
unintended,
planned.
Hilarious side effects.
Has a sued. But anyway, the match itself, Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch versus Bayley, underperformed, didn't do as well, and supposedly Vince McMahon was cross with this.
The match wasn't great compared to what it could have been, and like I said, it did not paint Bayley in a fantastic light, but...
Yeah. It didn't. However, that's basically stating to us that it's now NXT 4, Raw, SmackDown 2, Raw 1?
NXT, yes! Yeah. Love it.
Unfortunately...
Hey, NXT, can I interest any of you celebrating guys in the incredibly large shipment of bubbly that I accidentally bought so you can celebrate with it?
He hasn't, folks. I already cut the credit card. I already cancelled it.
That's good, because we were about to get 48 crates delivered.
There we go. Just for your benefit. But anyway, it's been cancelled.
And then, therefore, the new Burning Truth show motto would have to have been a shit ton of the bubbly.
Or more likely, we're in a shit ton of debt.
Yeah, bearing in mind what was it again? Retailing at $46 for 2 bottles, and I ordered 48 crates of 12 by mistake. I'm quite glad you cancelled that order. I really am.
It's all done. But anyway, moving on. We've got a lot to cover, ladies and gentlemen, because that was a big talk that we just had. Right, let's just get on to the state of the SmackDown Women's Division at the moment in time. There isn't really...
It's not very deep, is it? Given the amount of women that they have on all 3 brands.
Yeah.
SmackDown seems to have lost out somewhat.
Correct. And it's a shame because at the moment, because you've got Bayley beating people left, right and centre, you can't go back to Nikki Cross. She's already lost. At the moment, the only possible one that people are considering could be possibly a returning Alexa Bliss, which happened, or possibly a returning Naomi. Did they do that? No, they could be doing that possibly for WrestleMania with Naomi. I hope.
Possibly. Let's hope so. At which point, how much longer is Ember Moon on the shelf? Because when she comes back, it'll add some much needed depth to the division as well.
Do you know what they've done?
What?
They're possibly turning Lacey Evans' face.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously, they've got Naomi coming back. They've got Alexa Bliss coming back.
Naomi isn't back yet.
They've got Ember Moon coming back, and they go to Lacey fucking Evans and say, "Hey, we know you bombed on Raw, but can you bomb again with a blue background this time?"
It wasn't the worst.
No, she wasn't bad. She was perfectly acceptable, and she did the best she could with the shocking promo material she was given. But the point is,
this time was not that bad. It wasn't the worst because she used the whole Thanksgiving theme to her advantage. You know, providing for her family, saying that she's grateful for it and everything, and calling, I believe, Sasha Banks and Bayley nasties.
Yeah, but it would be like it's kind of akin to if out of the blue and the massive losing streak that she's been on, Shayna Baszler's next opponent for the NXT Championship was Aaliyah. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
It probably would have made more sense to possibly turn Bayley face.
Yes. Turn Bayley face and have her spend 6 months feuding with Sasha Banks and then suddenly be like, Actually, I loved you all along. Yay!
Or
A la Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah, or are they going to have Sasha eventually turn face somehow because Bayley beats up Sasha, saying she's taking advantage of me, blah blah blah, and carry on? That could be a possibility, but it's not looking.
Depends how desperate they get, but genuinely, I hope not.
It's not looking great at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see until everybody gets back onto the women's.
Just a genuine question.
Yeah.
As an aside.
Yeah.
What side of the fence do the Shinsuke Warriors currently sit on?
SmackDown.
No, I mean, what are they here? Face or are they heel?
Heel.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah. There you go.
No, because I was just thinking that maybe throw Bayley and Sasha Banks a second reign as women's tag team champions might add further fuel to the fire, but no.
Instead, they've got Asuka feuding at the moment with Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
And Charlotte
Karaoke Warriors are feuding with a single woman.
And Charlotte Flair's been giving Asuka's the win.
Ah.
And I will give Charlotte Flair, props for the damn miss that she took on SmackDown because
missed.
Yeah.
Green.
It was green,
Purple.
but Jesus Christ, that covered her face.
Wow. I just hope she remembered to close her eyes.
It didn't fucking matter either way.
Okay.
Because there was that much. It wasn't like it wasn't like a little bit.
I said just close your eyes and had a Christian flashback. Help!
But anyway, the point being is,
change routine.
And anyway, the point being is, it didn't look like the typical mess straight into the eyes. I mean, it basically submerged her entire face in the stuff. Which, if the referee tuned out and Asuka had the wear and all to fold up Charlotte like an accordion for the pin and hide her face.
You mean she actually shielded the fact that she'd misted her opponent from the referee?
Yes.
And didn't just go, yeah, I've done it. You didn't notice it. Your problem.
Yeah.
Oh, wonders never cease.
It was great.
Someone's told her.
But anyway, we digress. That we'll probably discuss more of the state of the of that division possibly next week, maybe if we get time to come round to it.
But
I just want.
Subject. Sorry, go on.
I just want. I just want your quick thoughts on the new Intercontinental Championship because everyone has heard mine. I want to hear yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you run a company and you want something redesigning, here's a tip.
Yep.
Do not go to the most junior member of staff who's an intern in the company who has no idea about its history or its workings and give them a 1 minute and 15-second crash course in how Photoshop works and then say, oh, we've got this thing we want you to redesign. Here you are. You've got a lunchtime to do it because the net result will be the new Intercontinental Championship. A design which absolutely terminally craps all over the 40-year legacy of the belt. It looks about as generic as it's possible to look, and I hate it with every fibre of my being.
Right, that's fine. You hate it. Me personally, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But I would say I would go on record to state I preferred the original design that they had before. But I think the fact that it's not the worst design, they're upgrading the belts because the other belts have been getting upgraded, which is fine for me. And as I stated, however, I do state that the fact that they have changed it right now is petty.
Incredibly.
Now you're wondering why I've just stated that. Aren't you?
I am a little bit, yes.
Right, the reason why I'm taking this because everyone who's probably listened to the last week's episode, if you haven't, here's why. Basically, I find it very petty because, the original classic design of the Intercontinental Championship. Right, okay, done. Who brought it back into light for WWE again?
Oh, that'll be why they've changed it. Yes, of course. Because I don't know if I had the discussion the last time I was on the broadcast or if it was an off-air thing with Matt Burns. But basically, the original Intercontinental title, which had the WWF logo turned into the WWE one and which was brought back, was done by someone who WWE want to pretend doesn't exist now because they might work for their soon-to-be number one rival.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, for those that aren't filling in the dots in this rather complicated puzzle I'm painting,
And
Cody Rhodes was the person who recreated and brought back the prestige of the Intercontinental title by basically rebranding it away from the Attitude Era title, which I also really like, by the way, and which, if they were going to change it, they could have brought back the Attitude Era one. That would have been fine by me. By bringing back the original 70s title.
Yeah.
It was down to Cody Rhodes. So you can see suddenly why WWE were like, yeah, it's got to go. Can't have anything to do with it. Bayley, get that title off your waist now.
Yeah. I like that.
Mention the rivals. Don't do it.
Don't mention it. Even though somehow they were almost in the same town as each other.
Yeah, and there's a shout coming up from Stephanie. Find me that junior intern that just sent me a text message asking if Vince McMahon's ready for his little bit of bubbly and fire him now.
But anyway, the point being is, it was Cody Rhodes when he was doing his undashing gimmick at the time when he brought it back. But anyway, that's done. Now, let's move on to the other championship.
Sorry, just a second. Another point I just raised with myself. Why did they feel the need to reintroduce it when last time it was modified, they took the Attitude Era title and swapped it for the one before that? Why didn't they just bring the Attitude Era title back? You know, the oval one with the world in the center plate? Mm-hmm. That had the big WWE logo in the middle, which is kind of what they're going for these days.
Mm-hmm. I think
that would have worked infinitely better than the, like I said, a minute and a half Photoshop tutorial mess that is the current one. But that's just my 2 pennyworth.
Or they wanted to pay homage to Progress.
Credit Tom Baker for that opinion, but he's not wrong, is he?
I just thought I'd point that one out. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on to the next championship we've got to discuss briefly. Yeah.
As terrible and as quickly designed and, frankly, not going to stand the test of time as the new Intercontinental title may be, it's got nothing on another title which was recently redesigned.
Yeah.
Do you remember briefly seeing a couple of promo shots from Bray Wyatt out in the woods when he was first Universal Champion still on Raw?
WWE.
When he was first WWE Champion and still on Raw.
No, on SmackDown?
When he was still on Raw. When the title was still red. The original...
No, it was WWE. It was WWE. It was SmackDown. It was SmackDown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was WWE, the championship he's got now. But do you remember the first title? The picture that he had in the woods when he'd modified it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was wrong with that one?
Nothing.
He made the leather brown. He had his the Fiend's face in the side plates. It looked different. Unique look. It was perfectly good, but it was still obviously the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
And then, out of the blue, no, that's not good enough. No, can't have that. Do it again, said someone who wants firing from a cannon into the sun.
Wait. He just won the Universal Championship from Seth Rollins. It's red, and he's going to SmackDown with it.
Yeah, okay.
We need to make a change. We're making the make a change. Change it blue. Stat. And it was done.
So they did, and it was changed to blue. And if they weren't going to bring back the interim one that he had with the sort of dark reddish brown leather, blue would do. That is the colour of SmackDown. That would have been fine.
Fine.
But no. Instead,
he had to go ahead and cut a promo stating, "I've got this one, but he needs one as well." Really?
Yes. So, what is exactly going to happen? Are we anticipating a future Fauna Championship where, you know, sometimes Bray Wyatt defends it and sometimes The Fiend does, so they both get an airing? Or is the absolute atrocity going to be the one from now on because every title match is going to be The Fiend? How's it going to work?
Every title match is going to be The Fiend. It'll be the WWE Championship when it's promos with Bray Wyatt, and that's about it.
Oh, I see. It'll be the blue-backed WWE Championship on the Firefly Funhouse and on SmackDown for promos, and
matches.
Satan incarnate in title form for the matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a quick thing. We'll wait. It's fine. Fire up your computer now. Go to a popular internet search engine and Google Bray Wyatt new WWE Championship.
Or better yet, just go to www.shop.com where you can actually buy one. A replica.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously, go to a search engine and look up a picture of it first, because then you'll understand why you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Why you would be like...
No. I think www.shop.com will do the damage enough as it is. The fact that it's a replica belt of the Fiend's version of the WWE Championship belt, which he's got just his face on it and he'll save this, blah, looking red, blah, blah, blah.
It's dreadful because it doesn't look like a title belt because none of it's gold and it's got his face on it, and it's frankly something that you wouldn't have in your house because it would scare the children. And if that wasn't bad enough, look on WWEshop.com listings and see how much a replica of the damn thing will cost you. If indeed this isn't a typo, which I get a scary feeling it's not.
Close to $6,500, or should I say $6,499.99?
$6,500. Now, bear in mind,
close to.
Since the days when I first wanted one, and they cost $250, your standard title belt is now nearly double that, aren't they? Like $450 these days.
Uh-huh.
And that's one made of metal and leather. And it gets a carry case, and this one looks like a 4-year-old made it with a cut-out bog roll and some finger paint. How is it worth $4,500? What is it made of? Unobtainium?
Now, the question is I don't know if this is part of an auction or not. I'm hoping it's an auction, but the fact that I thought to myself, I thought it was an auction from when we saw it on WrestlingInc.com. And you couldn't believe me shock when it took me to the WWE Shop.com website.
Yeah. Shock isn't even the half of it. It's just like, seriously? You're actually selling these. B, how much? What?
Yeah.
No. Really? Typo.
Yeah.
But apparently not on any count. But seriously,
correct.
Have you come back from Googling it yet? Yeah? Oh, was that thud I heard you falling on the floor? Have you picked yourself up off the floor yet?
And sorry for the nightmares. But anyway, let's just digress and chat.
Just answer me one simple question. You can be the biggest Bray Wyatt fan in the world. Why would you have that thing in your house? Seriously.
No, I'm a big fan of The Fiend and Bray Wyatt. I am.
Me too. I am. I genuinely think they're some of the most creative, original things WWE's done in a long time.
That isn't.
But that title belt isn't. For all I said about the Intercontinental title being a bad Photoshop job, this is just a... I don't wish to be insensitive here, but it's... there's no way around this. It's like they've let a... vision impaired person design.
No.
That's the politest way I can put it.
No. Basically, what my colleague
Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, someone like that. It's
No. Let me just
someone who doesn't have to look at it is my point.
Basically, what my colleague's trying to say is it's been poorly designed. Let's move on. we need to move on. It's not great. Let's move on.
It's an abomination.
The final piece for the main WWE news as such. Love is in the air on Twitter.
Ooh, is it?
Yes. Now,
I saw a repost recently of Stephanie McMahon apparently ignoring the fact that WWE was until very recently TVPG and reposting the video of her getting married to Triple H. I mean, storyline married in the Attitude Era, not really. Is that what you mean?
No. Unfortunately, on Twitter...
That's something I didn't want to be reminded of.
Cheers for that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, we digress. All I'll say to you is there was heartbreak, love is back in the air, and all I'll say is a post went out on Twitter from David Batista stating, "Great, single again."
Boo, hiss. I forget who it was that he was seeing. I don't even know if it was a famous person.
And people were saying, cheer up, things will get back. And then all of a sudden, somebody put a post out. What are you up to?
The standard 21st century opening line for a happy relationship.
Right, and then they
went
back
not
and
actually, obviously.
Back
that's
and
how it
forth.
seemed.
They were posting, showing interest in each other, which was Dana Brooke. And it was like, And it went from, how are you, to a bit of flirtation, to blatant flirtation.
To somebody informed WWE this kind of thing has got to be stopped. Oh, hang on, wait. No, it's probably actually good for both of them. Leave them to it. Just tell them to tone it down a bit.
And they have. Actually, WWE have let them speak on it. And I believe at the end of it came when Dana Brooke turned around and says, "I'm going to be DMing you my personal number."
Ooh.
So it looks like Dana Brooke is possibly dating Dave Bautista, and there's a clue in the fact that when a certain former rock star was trying to hit on it, Dana stated, "Someone bet just take the hint, Drake. No means no. Check yourself before I basically unleash the animal on you. WWE, please sort this out immediately." Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
But I'm well happy for both Batista and Dana Brooke. And some people might be stating, does this mean that Dana Brooke's going to be getting showcased on WWE? And more possible because of a link with Dave Batista. If that was okay, some people might say, but she's only got a spot because of Dave Batista. Really, personally, I think Dana Brooke does actually deserve some actual bit of spotlight. She has been there quite a bit, and she's actually been working her damn ass off.
Absolutely. Agree. No, I agree. And good luck to them. And is it just me that thinks it's slightly odd that they have the same initials already?
Oh my good lord.
Yeah, just thought I'd throw that into the ring,
Awesome. I just didn't pick up on that one. Wow.
No. But it's the kind of like me not noticing the Bailey thing. It's like, it was really obvious. How did you not see that?
How the hell did I miss that?
Yeah. Oh, well.
DB squared.
Yes.
Anyway,
hang on, did you say B squared?
DB!
Somewhere in a loft, in an abandoned factory, Bull Buchanan is cheering you. Because you've just reminded the whole world of his existence. And his dodgy hip-hop gimmick when he was John Cena's muscle.
Never happened. Never happened.
Sorry for your expensive therapy, but it did.
It did, and I think Bull Buchanan deserves so much better than that. But anyway, we're moving on.
Yes.
We'll have to speed up a bit of the process. I'm just going to pretty much just cover AEW quickly, which is some AEW news, which, as my colleague's been hinting at all through this episode, A Little Bit of the Bubbly has got an official website, which is, ironically, a little bit of the bubbly.com, an official website. And do you know how popular it got?
How popular it got? Yeah, I believe you told me just before we came on air the website crashed. I thought you
They
were talking about a totally different one, but you mean this one, don't you?
Yeah, they broke the damn servers.
Yes.
And just in case, I believe that, you know, Y2J was teaming up with Knocking Point Winery, which is owned by Stephen Amell.
Yes. Owned by Stephen Amell, famous, of course, for playing TV's The Green Arrow and, oh yeah, being a wrestler part-time.
Yeah. Tell us
Being a member. Yeah, a pretty damn good one, actually. Knocking Point Wines.
Yeah. And
.com/product/bubbly.
Or better yet, literally go to the website, a little bit of thebubbly.com.
Indeed.
And
$46 for 2 bottles, as I say. Expensive,
how
but
much
come on, this is Chris Jericho here.
Yeah, you're saying that, and yet they have sold 10k.
10,000 bottles.
No. That's how much they've made so far off it. And they are still stating, in regards to the bottles, they are not sold out. If there is a bit of a glitch, keep hitting the button, you know, keep purchasing. You know, hopefully they will sort all the reimbursements out. Just make sure it doesn't do a bit of a JB and overbuy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, I kept hitting reset, and apparently it kept adding zeros to the number I was ordering.
Not helping.
Any idiot can do it. Look, you've cancelled the order now. It's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, I did. And anyway, that is that for AEW. We do apologise that we don't have much more for AEW as much as we want to. There is possibly more, but we are on a very busy time schedule. We have got one more topic for NXT, and we're going to have to quickly discuss some of the UK news very briefly.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go straight into the NXT one then, because we've been rabbiting on for long enough, so we need to wrap this up, I think.
Pretty much. And ladies and gentlemen, NXT's main attraction, Adam Cole thought he was in the clear, that he got no more champions, no more, Tommaso Ciampa's been taken down by Finn Balor on NXT, and what happened?
I believe the 2 words that happened are Pele kick.
Yeah. Balor ended up knocking Adam Cole into next week, pretty much, showcasing that, it looked like he had some common ground with Adam Cole, but Adam Cole's got something he wants.
He does have some common ground with Adam Cole, namely that they dislike Tommaso Ciampa.
Correct.
But he and Tommaso Ciampa also have some common ground in that they both want what Adam Cole's got.
Correct.
Goldie.
Yep. None other than the NXT World Heavyweight Championship.
Goldie.
Yeah.
Much easier to say.
Correct. Which is great. The only thing is, I feel as though this puts Balor in a bit of a tweener position. Almost tweener Balor. But the thing is, it's going to be an interesting dynamic. And I think this could end up showcasing Adam Cole as the true Iron Man. Or could this be where Adam Cole falls?
I have the distinct impression it will be. But that remains to be seen. Adds another dimension and another layer to NXT storylines, which is great.
Correct. No, that is correct. But anyway, unfortunately, due to time constraints, we are going to have to push on. I'm going to be covering quite a bit of news for it's a little bit of news for the UK scene and a bit of self-promotion, and it's not UK giveaway promotion.
Shameless self-promotion, never a bad thing.
And all I'm just going to state is that this weekend we had Chantal Jordan versus Miller McKenzie. That happened twice this weekend, which was for, Shropshire Wrestling Alliance and also Kamikaze Pro Wrestling.
Go on, be honest. You're thoroughly peed off that you didn't get to do it first.
Don't get me started.
Anyway, gloss over that.
Don't get me started on that rant.
UK Wrestling's dream match of 2019.
Yep.
Has happened twice. So, hang on. Are either of those promotions on Turnbuckle TV?
No. They aren't. I'm not 100% sure. Kamikaze might be.
Well,
Not 100%
either way, I'm sure they'll have a video on demand service if they're not part of Turnbuckle TV.
No. They do actually have a video on demand service for their own on demand,
Yeah.
which I believe that SWA is part of Spotfest, which is linked with, I believe, Academy Pro Wrestling as well.
Yeah.
So, and Kamikaze's got its own feed as such, but definitely one to recommend.
Check both of them out in the near future, because no spoilers, but 2 matches featuring the 2 hottest prospects in British women's wrestling, if not the world.
Correct. And 2 of the most busiest women.
Irritatingly, a total combined age for both of them of about a year older than me on my own, which is scary.
Yeah. So young and so talented. But anyway.
Scarily young and frighteningly talented. What are you talking about? Is December? Halloween was a month ago. Stop with the scary gags. Behave.
Yeah, but anyway, all I'll state is the next piece of news is 2 pieces, which is for a wrestler named Matt Burns. Well, I
wonder where I've heard of him before.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I wrestled at United Wrestling on last Friday, and I ended up taking on Alexander.
Alexander who?
His name was Alexander.
I know, but I couldn't resist that gag, sorry.
Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that match was, let's just say, one that
brutal.
I personally demanded for this match.
You did?
Yeah.
What did he do to deserve that?
The previous months ended up costing me the match against Barricade, and then, savagely beat me with a steel chair.
Costing you the... Sorry, remind me again, was that the United Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match?
No. He cost me a no-holds-barred match against Barricade, which I will state. Nothing against Barricade, it was within the rules. Fine. The thing that rubbed me the wrong way is the fact that the match was done. He continued to savagely hit me with a chair across the chest, across the arm, across the back. The fact is, he tried to end my career. And what makes it even more sting-worthy is the fact that I did a statement on this, that me and him have got history. Now, I've already stated what the history was. The fact that I actually was the one who actually got Alexander in the wrestling business. And yes, both of us been on the flip side of the coins of each other, where he's been on the light side and I've been on the dark side, and with some round come round full circle where he's on the wrong, he's on the dark side and I'm on the light side. Now, let me
for those of you that are unaware, that means
what?
I had to get I had to have a coughing fit right then, didn't I? When I was just going to snark it and come in and say, for those that are unaware, the dark side refers to the PlayStation and the light side refers to Xbox.
I like that.
Disclaimer, it doesn't mean that at all, but I just had to get that in there.
I like that. But we could be using more references like that in the future. You'll have to wait and see.
Indeed.
But anyway, the point being is, I ended up wrestling Alexander in a back and forth match. I took a bit of a beating. My knees actually having to recover and everything. And because this match is not a fit. You know what? I'm not going to spoil it.
You're not going to spoil the result. I get that. Also, I know that postal delivery isn't what it could be and everything, but did you get the jiffy bag full of ice I sent you for your knee?
I'm working on my knee. I'm able to move about, and oddly enough, it did arrive. A bit wet though.
Oh, I see. I couldn't find a way to keep the ice frozen in the post. I really couldn't.
You do realise I have ice in my own freezer?
Yes, but I was only trying to help.
Oh, no. It's a thought that counts. I appreciated it.
It could be worse. Wait till next week when the catering-sized box of rocket lollies arrives.
Oh dear.
Moving swiftly on.
Moving swiftly on. But anyway, that's one piece of news for myself, Matt Burns. The other piece is that Kayfabe Music made an announcement that, a bit of an announcement that they are going to be revealing some custom made music that is for myself coming soon.
Ooh. What, you mean on top of the work they've already done for this fine show?
Correct. Correct.
All I can say is you've now got 3 pieces of music made by Kayfabe Music UK. Are you getting shares in the company?
Right. No. It's not 3 pieces. It's only 2.
Oh, okay. Is it the same piece at the beginning and the end of this show that shows how much attention I pay to the end?
No, that's one. That's all one. That is.
Okay.
That is.
I see.
But, ladies and gentlemen, let me just state, I've actually heard a sample of it, and oh wow,
Lovely. That's good to know.
I cannot wait to hear the full version myself already. Once I believe they may have actually already sent it over. Hang on. I'm checking my mailbox. There's a possibility they could have already sent it over. I will be checking.
As an aside, while Matt Burns does that, just a thing. He's a bit of a miser, and at UKWA shows he won't let the commentators have entrances at the start of the show. Otherwise, I'd have contacted them myself and got my own bit of custom music made, just so he had to play it every show.
I am sorting something like that out for you already. So
You are?
yes.
Something custom. Not my established entrance music.
I was thinking you established, but if you want custom,
No, that's fine.
If you order it,
I was just laying the groundwork. I was just seeing if it was necessary for me to order it, because if I can and it will get used, I may well.
Get used.
I may well.
Get used.
Yeah, there you go.
Used. And I'll make sure it does.
Yeah. For those that aren't aware, I'm one of those people who has an entrance theme already, from the days when I was briefly a quite rubbish wrestler, and I still like using it to this day. I'm one of those people like Edge. when he made his famous retirement promo, when he said, "Real life's really disappointing. You don't get entrance music every time you walk into a room."
Ooh.
I wish you did.
But anyway,
going back to the topic in hand, now that he has paid Kayfabe Music for a unique piece of music exclusively for him, Matt Burns can do that if he so wishes.
Correct. But at the same time, not only that, I also acquired some merchandise that was from them as well. And you can actually purchase these from them as well, which is their branded T-shirts, which is X marks the spot, because that's what their custom made music does. It hits the damn X.
It hits the spot. Yes,
it hits
fantastic.
The spot.
Speaking of merchandise,
and it's also a wrestling reference.
It certainly is.
But that's all I'm going to say in regard to that.
I will not spoil it. Don't worry. My lips are sealed.
Correct. Anybody who knows it. Anybody who doesn't, sorry, but you'll have to figure out what the reference is.
Yeah, look it up. You'll work it out. It's fine. Speaking of which, having now done... Sorry, I'm having to use my fingers here to count 3 UKWA shows.
Yeah.
Speaking of merch... I still don't have a UKWA t-shirt.
It's in the works.
That's all right then. Because, show uniform and to wear outside of shows to advertise the brand. See, I'm thinking ahead.
It's already in the works. Because
that's all good to know.
It's already in the works. We are trying to get you branded. We are trying to get get you all looking your KWA, and possibly even, who knows, could even consider even slipping in a bit of a JB own merchandise in it as well. Who knows?
Oh, I say, yeah, that would be nice. Getting my own logo out there, yeah, that would be cool. I'd appreciate that. I'll work with you on that, obviously.
Correct. But anyway, that's going to be it for this week's episode. We'd normally discuss next week's topics. We're going to unfortunately bypass that because we have got to get off the air as quickly as possible due to time constraints. But I am going to go through these plugs as quickly as possible. So next week's topic is going to be basically whatever we can come up with at the time.
Trust me, something will come up. We'll have plenty to talk about.
We have got plenty to talk about because we've got some topics that we couldn't cover on this week's episode. But ladies and gentlemen, here are the plugs for the Burning Truth, which is none other than please check out UKWA, also known as UK Wrestling Alliance. For all photography needs, please check out people like Tony Knox, Jessica Servo Photography and K Swift Photography, all great photographers and do amazing work. Of course, please check out Manchester Pro Wrestling Academy if you're wanting to learn to wrestle. Beginner classes are on Monday, £10 per class, 7 p.m. till 9 a.m. If you're looking for locations, please check out their social media. For custom made championship gold, check out JFX3D. Also, of course, please check out charities like Mind, Changes for Health and Well-being, and of course, Messy for Mind, Donna Louise, all great charities, 100%. For the lighter side of wrestling, of course, please check out Botchamania, WrestleCraft, OSW Review, of course. You're welcome, Matthew.
Nice one, RD.
And of course, you're always welcome, OSW Review guys. Amazing work. And let's just state this: I've noticed that Hogan isn't plugging you this week.
Let's leave that there.
Let's leave that there. Of course, for all things geeky and nerdy, check out Pull and Pass Radio Show, hosted by none other than Magic Mark Adams. Amazing guy, and of course, all-round amazing host. Of course, we also recommend you check out other podcasts like The Weedy Independent, Train Pop Culture, and of course, Think Wrestling.
As well as outside of the wrestling genre, Scroobius Pip's Distraction Pieces podcast, which
Correct.
often features wrestlers and MMA stars as guests, as well as celebrities from the world of film and TV and radio.
Correct.
Well worth the listen.
Correct. And of course, we also recommend, if you have party needs, to check out www.fabaloonie.co.uk, where it's party time all the time, where they offer party packages, soft play and bounty castle, magic shows, mini discos, face painting and glitter art, stilt walking, balloon modelling, balloon decorating, fighter illusion show, and they are actually linked with Equity, which is a nice little link in with We the Independents. In case you don't know what that means, check out We the Independents, of course, and see where the connection is. We also recommend you check out Kayfabe Music UK, of course. Why else? Because of they actually made the damn intro for us, the great amazing music for this intro. I am also having some custom made music done by them, which I cannot wait to debut.
It's that good, folks.
It is that good. I'm literally got me hair on my arm stands up every time I hear any of the music that they make. It's absolutely great. Especially, you ready for this? Do you know how much it is for the custom made music?
Do you know what? I don't. Please remind me and the people listening.
It is £60 to have custom made music by them.
That's one £60 fee for a piece of music which you own, which is yours, which you can use forever.
But they still
entrance music, bar mitzvahs, whatever you like.
However, they still own the actual copyrights in the fact that they made it. Of course, that's. But in regards to you are able to use it out anywhere you want, that is the case. They've also got some original music on there, which they've actually also made, which they actually sell for £50, which is absolutely amazing as well.
No, it's a shame I'm not on Six Towns Radio anymore. Other internet radio stations are available, because I'd get them to make me a load of music and then I'd play it on my show every week and credit them, so they got some PRS for it.
Thank you very much for that, because straight away I'm going to also plug a possible radio station as well, which is linked with Changes, of course, for health and well-being, which will be none other than Changes Radio.
Ooh, nice.
Why not check them out as well? Because that's also has some great show and some great information as well. So I recommend you check that out. And of course, we always recommend you check out Turnbuckle TV. And why is that?
One-stop shop for all your UK pro wrestling needs. With over 30 companies adding content all the time and adding companies all the time, it could not be better value for money unless it was a certain wrestler and wrestling promotion finding app. But it's not, but it's the next best thing. Do you know why? Because it's yours for just $3.99 a month. That's a shade under £1 a week for all the wrestling you can eat.
By one penny for 1 week.
Yes.
Correct. Which is well worth the money. Personally, I would pay the extra penny and just go make it £4. I'd pay
Absolutely.
£1 a week.
Round it up to a £5 as far as I'm concerned. It's epic value. And should you wish to support your favourite wrestling company, then you can sign up via ukwa.com / enter the name of your favourite company.
No. You were close. It's actually www.turnbuckletv.com.
I said UKWA, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Turnbuckletv.com / let's say UKWA, for example, although you can use any of the promotions on the service. In doing so...
Correct. Or the shorthand or the full title in some cases. But in doing so would actually benefit the actual company that you're wanting to watch and also possibly help them provide them some support.
Exactly.
It helps them to grow. But anyway... That's just in case if you're wanting to help any of the companies that are linked with Turnbuckle TV. Of course, we always recommend you check out your local wrestling shows. Just case in point, United Wrestling, Pro Wrestling for You, Slam Wrestling, Academy Pro Wrestling, Future Championship Wrestling, Fusion Pro Wrestling, The Barracks Wrestling,
Future Shock Wrestling, Wolf Run Pro Wrestling, ICW, PCW, Progress Wrestling, LDN Wrestling, Falling Star Wrestling. There are many, many hundreds more. And don't forget, if you're not sure if there's any wrestling where you live and you want to look it up, there is a way that you can do that. Both the companies and the wrestlers that might be involved. And as I stated earlier, it's even better than Turnbuckle TV because it's an app, I believe, and it's absolutely free.
Although it doesn't actually have the matches on there as in the content, which is what Turnbuckle TV is well worth the price for.
No, the thing is, what you do with the free app is you find the shows and then you go and watch them and then you go, oh, they're great. They've got 10 back catalogue shows on Turnbuckle TV. I'll sign up for that and watch them all. And then everybody wins.
And you watch them all, and then when you watch them all, you also find other companies and go, oh, I watched that too. And do I need to pay again? Oh, no, you don't. But anyway, point being is, Babyface Wrestling App UK is free for anybody to check, and you can actually check out all your local wrestling needs, of course, do it by your own location and how far you're going to drive. But that is all for the regular shout-outs and such. We're going to have to plug ourselves, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com. You know our website, you know what's on there, and of course...
You know our social media.
You know our social media. We have got past episodes on Spotify, and of course, any external links that are on the links page, we cannot be held responsible for because we cannot be held responsible
for the content of external websites.
Correct.
Also, when I made a slip of the tongue earlier, don't go to ukwa.com because, as far as I'm aware, that's the website for the UK Windsurfing Association, which is not the same thing at all.
Correct, but if you do want to check out the UKWA, as in the wrestling company, ukwrestlingalliance.com.
Yes.
But anyway, there you go. There we go. But anyway, point being is to check us out. You've got us on our social media, which we are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. The handle spelled differently. It is not actually, the Burning Truth. It's actually the handle on Twitter is WRESLING for THWALL. And we are also
on Instagram.
Of course. Hopefully should be adding more soon. On there. And of course, in regards to this, we will be, of course, also, as always, you know what, I'm just going to leave it there and just state this is a wrap up for this week. Of course, we always recommend you check out your local wrestling, and of course, as we have also been stating each and every single week, please don't just look after yourself physically, also look after yourself mentally. Of course, and please stay awesome as always, because
if you're not, please remember, it's okay to not be okay. And if you
But-
need to ask for help, it's not a sign of weakness.
It's not a sign of weakness. But all I'll state from this is please stay well, stay safe, and as always, check out your local wrestling. Until then, we will hopefully catch you next week at our usual schedule programming time. And until then, we'll hopefully catch you next week. Until then, catch you later.
Stay safe. Bye for now.